Today for episode 22 of how to build the classic minigames lobby, we'll be building the bell tower. This will be the building that connects the entire left side of the lobby to the right side. So to get started with building the bell tower, we'll first make the pillars for the tower to make following the rest of this tutorial easier. To get started, we'll build the right pillar that will eventually connect to the store building. So we'll take our oak logs and build up 7 blocks, and then on the 6th block we'll place another 7 logs going across. Next, we'll come around to the other side and start building the pillar that will connect to the tower beside the library. So first we'll place 6 logs, and then we'll have 2 logs coming outwards, and then we'll place another 4 logs going across towards where the middle pillar will be. Now, staying with the corner that we were just working on, we're going to be building up another additional 6 logs going up, of course, and then just like a minute ago, we'll place 4 logs going across to the side. Then lastly, we'll just add 3 more logs going up and then 1 stone brick. Now we can start on the middle pillar. So first we're going to place 5 logs going up to fully connect the entire of the bottom section of the actual, tower itself. And then we'll climb up and place another 6 logs going up, and then we'll have 1 log coming out on each side facing the front, and then place another 5 logs going sideways towards the first pillar we initially built. Lastly, we'll just add 3 more logs in the corner going up and 1 stone brick above that. Another thing that we can easily do right now, we might as well do, is just add 4 spruce stairs in between our logs on this side right here, obviously the left side if you want to call it that, and then on the right side or the other side we're just going to add 3 on obviously this side here in general. And by the way, the reason for us adding 3 on this side and 4 on the other is not just to annoy your OCD, I promise, it's actually what it's supposed to look like. Lastly, we'll place 3 more oak logs going up with 1 stone brick on top, and then we'll add 1 upside down oak wood stair and then 2 logs going across, which if done correctly should connect with the store building roof. We can also add in our cobblestone walls that will support the first pillar that we initially worked on, and then at the bottom of the tower on the left hand side we can add our 2 remaining spruce stairs to kind of look like they're holding up the, little balcony area that will become in the future, and then this little cobblestone pillar thing. Sorry for the lackluster description though. So now we can start working on the bottom section of the bell tower. So first we'll come to the back right side, and using our red wool we'll build up twice 4 blocks, then surround that wool with stone bricks. Then on the back left side we'll do this exact same thing again, but this time with our black and red wool, and obviously of course surround it again with stone bricks. Now moving on to the front left side, we'll really easily just place 2 pillars of stone bricks 5 blocks tall, then another pillar on the right 4 blocks tall, but be sure to make sure that you don't actually mess up the redstone that's underneath the actual pillar on the far right hand side, because if you do, obviously it won't work and we need it to work. Then on the inside of the building on the left hand side we'll build up 4 blocks with each type of our wool, and then we'll place 2 stone bricks above them, and then after that we'll place in our red wool, and then for the actual main part of the final kind of section of this building that's really hard to fully explain, we'll add our red wool at the front and then our 2 black last bits of wool at the back. Now we can basically just finish off the entire of the back section by placing 9 stone bricks going all the way around. Then at the front we'll place 7 cobblestone, and finally our 9 oak planks, and that's us. Also be sure to add in the actual glass for the front kind of cover, I guess you could call it, for where the armor stands will be. I actually forgot to mention that in the script, hence why this is done actually after you've already finished the roof, but yeah, be sure to do this as well. If you've done everything correctly, it should look just like this. Now we can start working on the middle section of the bell tower, which will be relatively easy. First, we're just going to simply take our stone bricks, and starting at the back where we just were placing our 9 stone bricks previously, we're going to place another 9 stone bricks going all the way around. Next, we'll do the exact same thing again, but this time on the 9th and final block, we're not going to place a stone brick. Then we'll simply repeat this pattern 4 more times. Now coming to the front, we'll start building our windows. So we'll first pick a side and then place 4 cobblestone down to actually build out the base of the window itself, or the windowsill, and then from there we'll place 6 glass panes, or 3 on one side and 3 another, and then surround those glass panes with cobblestone blocks. Once we've done both sides, we'll lastly just add 7 cobblestone above our visible cobblestone, then 9 oak planks to allow us to start working on the next floor. We'll also as well just real quick jump back down to the actual base of the last floor and add a single weird kind of oak plank by itself. It's just how it's meant to be. If you've done everything correctly, it should look just like this. So to get started on the top section of the bell tower, we're really easily just going to make a 4x4 square with stone bricks, and then on each corner build up 6 blocks. Next, we'll be using oak slabs a bunch, so for this part guys, it's really hard to really fully audibly describe what I'm going to be doing, so hopefully you can just easily enough follow along with what I'm doing by just watching me. As a reminder, you can always turn down the actual playback speed itself, or obviously just pause if needed if I'm going too fast at all. So now that we've placed in all our slabs, we're just going to really easily add 10 oak fences on all 4 sides. Then coming to the top, we'll be adding in our final details. This part is mainly us just placing oak stairs in, and it's another one of those really hard to audibly describe parts, so hopefully just following me should be easy enough. Now you'll see I did make a small mistake here. You're actually supposed to add the oak stairs at the top where the planks were, so just be sure to do that, of course, and don't do what I initially done there. All we've got to do now to finish this section is lastly add our 2 oak buttons, and on the inside 3 oak fences, and you're finished. As a little bit of a note, you're going to have to obviously break back into the actual middle section to really add the fences, but it's not really a big deal and it's not really that difficult either. If you've done everything correctly, the build should look just like this. So now we can start building the last section of the build, and subjectively the most annoying to describe, the roof. To start, we'll first place our 4 oak fences on the back sides. Then we'll place 6 cobblestone blocks beside each of our oak fences, or in total it'll be 2 beside each of the fences, and then 1 cobblestone wall above them. Then around the bottom of the cobblestone blocks we just placed, we're going to add 3 stone bricks. Then we'll place 2 stone brick slabs going across to the middle section on both sides, and then 3 stone bricks that will connect all of that part together. And then we're going to go into the actual inside of the, I guess, roof area, if you want to call it that, and add our 3 chiseled stone bricks. Next, we'll add in our redstone, and for this, I can't verbally describe what I'm going to be doing, so hopefully you guys can just easily enough follow along because it's not really that complicated. Now we can add our 1 cobblestone block, and then obviously, of course, our dispenser above that pointing towards the fountain, and then that is the bell tower redstone done. Then moving on, in between the cobblestone blocks that we previously placed, we're going to be adding 1 upside down stone brick stair pointing towards each other, so it kind of acts like a weird kind of, I guess you could call it bridge in between all of the blocks. And then above that actual cobblestone, or excuse me, not cobblestone, stone brick stair, we're going to be placing an actual stone brick by itself. And then on the side of those stone bricks, we're going to be placing a normal stone brick stair. And then after that, we'll be placing another stone brick. I know it's incredibly complicated, and I really do apologize for that, but hopefully by just watching me, you guys can easily just figure it out, and it doesn't sound as complicated as it does when I'm verbally explaining it. Lastly, we'll just be building the point of the roof with our cobblestone walls, which should be easy enough to just follow along. If you've done everything correctly, the build should look just like this. Real quick before I end, I also forgot to add these last 2 details. So be sure to add the 2 oak buttons in front of the armor stands to actually power the redstone, and obviously of course make sure the entire thing works, because if it doesn't, that would not be obviously very good. And lastly, of course, be sure to add these actual oak planks here, the 16 of them, to basically make this like little balcony area on the left side of the building, or the tower if you want to call it that, excuse me. So yeah, just be sure to do these things. I forgot to do them, but there you guys go. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of this tutorial. If you guys did go to find it interesting or useful, please be sure to share it with your friends and family, drop a like, and if you have any questions or issues, leave a comment and I'll respond as soon as possible. Also, lastly, be sure to subscribe and turn the notification bell to stay notified when I release the next episode of this series. And other than that, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you peeps later on.